regular out. Took that bitch back, and she done fed you out. Look how you living out. You look scary out. Can't fuck that bitch right, cause she be getting nailed out. You won't forgive her, ain't it? You wanna love her, don't you? Just know that love ain't for you. It's for the world, homie. I got some real homies. We don't pretend, homie. SUPK, one West, we kicking field goals. Let that bitch lead, ho. She got them D's, though. With a little steak and ass pussy, she be going beast mode. She HIV, ho. You dirty ass ski, ho. Don't get that shit up out your chest, bitch. Say what you gonna do now, what you gonna say now, what you gonna do to me? It is UPK, I'm shot too deep, it's better Google me. I put these girls all in my training camp like I relieve. I say what I do and I do what I say, bitch, what the fuck you mean? If for more, right, that's good business. She look good but hang with dumb bitches. Till I'm way too fly for one sister. And then she leave a piece, I won't miss her. I'm gonna put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitches for the street like basketball goals. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, now I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out. I get paper, bro. Got my standards up. You a munchkin out. Catching these out. Check my favorite out. I'm a player out. These niggas top block. Taking lead out. You shouldn't be worried about these broke ass bitches. And don't compare yourself to simp ass niggas. Had to shine a lot of these disparate ass women. Cause they be tripping hard, acting like they different. But a bit be basic, bit be horny, bit be naked, taking, faking, stankin', the shame is dirty, mouth bit be faking. I don't get too fucks about you, I wouldn't have put no baby in. Bit be saying they got that paper, look, they let me itch. Done caught the penalty, and my energy got me feeling me. Ice hitting on them, these diamond teeth that's into me. And I'm getting right, and I'm stacking up, and I'm getting to it. And these niggas hate, but they can't test, cause I'm bulletproof. If for more, right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dumb bitches. Till I'm way too fly for one sister. And then she leave a piece, I won't miss her. I'm gonna put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitches for the street like basketball goals. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, now I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You a civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out. Tell the goddamn, love them age damn dick, she love, man. Ain't no taking nothing back. Cause I ain't regular out. These motherfuckers got scraps too, don't get caught lacking. Y'all seen these? We finna get at this part right here. Ooh. Hey, Agua. Hey. Come back to me, baby. Ain't no need to run away. All these hoes been acting crazy. Come back to me, baby. Every time I come around, they bitches they come around. Don't need to simmer down, cause I want somebody now, yeah, girl. Don't run for me, baby. Ain't no need to run away. I've been sipping all night with the brothers. Text from you 12 o'clock in the morning. What was you when I put my place in motion? Not around, so bitch, stop with the calling. Bitches saying really shit that's not legit to me. Yellow chain, ain't all come from Tiffany. crazy thing, always end up on my mental please. FaceTime on the chill, talking out of sleep. Oh, no, the night is young, baby. Yeah, oh yeah, let's have some fun, baby. What is it to me? Don't believe in me. That's how you run from me. You better not ever come for me. Come back to me, baby. Ain't no need to run away. All these hoes been acting crazy. Run back to me, baby. Every time that I come around, they bitches they come around. Don't need to simmer down, cause I want your body now. Yeah, girl. Don't run from me, baby. Ain't no need to run away. Juice, drink, you know what's it to me. Looking hard, searching around for your mental please. Baby, girl, she's so searching me. Yeah, she looking hard, trying to search a G. Yeah, girl, I see you looking for me. I'm right here, competition day, some rookies for me. Baby girl, wanna do it, want that pussy, huh? She want that Gucci 8. No seafood mistake. Need to wash your face. Only acting late. These diamonds in my face. Don't need no replace. Baby girl, what the fuck you fucking talking about? I got a bitch at home and you already know that she gon' fuck around and come back to me, baby. Ain't no need to run away. All these hoes been acting crazy. Come back to me, baby. Every time that I come around, they bitches they come around. No need to simmer down, cause I want your body now, yeah, girl. Don't run from me, baby. Ain't no need to run away.
It ain't no need to run for none of that shit. Let's go ahead and get that vibe how it's supposed to be filled.
Gotta go dance. Shaw. Gotta go dance. Gotta see my dance. She let my dance. Gotta go dance.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
I bet when Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spit and I ain't listening. Is it effective? If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. Sidewalk, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do baby. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified rubber's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles to make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no.
Check, check, check. Testing, testing. Shalom, 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 Lord Christ. See, we got in this chat. Hey, shalom. Yahaba Shemiyah Shabak a thumb to the brothers. Yahab Shemar Thaba Shemiyah Shah to the sisters, man. We about to get this thing started, y'all. You feel me? It's the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. I'm Priest Officer Quatzar of the ISUPK. All right, so let me first get started by saying we are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. All right. Since 1969, we're bringing out the truth according to the Bible. All right. We started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand? We stand alone. All right. Other groups may fake it. They may try to look like us, but we are not them. All right. We are ground zero. All right. So you come up in here, just be prepared for the absolute truth, man. Seeing the mighty work of these brothers and sisters in this nation, man, is absolutely excellent. All right. We go according to the King James Version Bible. All right. We have nothing to do with the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, nor the Black Panther Party, man. We're not a biker gang. All right. We're a nation of people that absolutely do what thus saith the Lord. No cutting corners. You understand? And none of that faking. You know what I'm saying? Faking it till you make it. Up in here, you can't do that. All right. You might try, but you ain't gonna get far. All right, so in typical UPK fashion, all right, all throughout the nation, today is Tuesday, we're gonna be teaching the Brotherhood class. All right, Monday's the history class, Tuesday the law class, Thursday is scripture breakdown, usually with General Muhammad. All right, Friday's the Lashawan Kwadash. Saturdays we hold the Sabbath service. And Sunday, man, there's all kinds of radio stations and podcasts going on. You can check it out. All right. So tonight's class is entitled Matter of Fact. What is a fact? All right. What is a fact? What is a fact? All right. And so before we actually get started, I want to make it a point to reiterate what General Yohana said, man. He taught a mighty class. Get that brother here coming through for Hebrew Academy. You understand? Teaching the Brotherhood class. But in the class, he said, your decision to do right must win all the time. And if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, this is going to help you understand that whatever it is that you're dealing with mentally, you can absolutely beat it. All right. It's our own thoughts that cause us to go astray from the Lord, meaning our identity, which He gave us. Our identity, if you don't know what it looks like the law, statute, and commandments. This is what is given to us to separate us as a vessel of honor from the vessel of dishonor. And that vessel of dishonor are the heathen nations. Any nation outside the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. So I'm going to say that again. Your decision to do right must win all the time. You understand? So when you're making a choice on what you should eat, your decision to do right must win. Because if it doesn't win, you're subject to eating a ham sandwich. And that's something you should not do if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. Now, if you're of another kindred, another nation, another tongue, and you don't fall within the parameters of the 12 tribes, then I don't care what you eat. You don't either. All right, because you don't have a governing body like the ISUPK does, man. That's the body of Christ. All right. So, in typical UPK fashion, we're gonna get a bedrock scripture, and we're gonna go with Revelations chapter 18. And I want to say 18 and what is it? What is it, Quatazar? 18 and 4. 4, want to be politically correct. 4, if you like saying 4. So we go to the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 4. All right. So if you don't know, Revelations means the revealing of something to reveal. So we're about to hear what John has to say in the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verses 4. All right. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, all right. Now he's revealing something. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Now, who is John talking about here? All right. You understand? When you talk about the voice of the Lord, it's found within the volume of this book right here. I'm going to show y'all every day. You see that? It's the King James Version Bible. That KJV right there. King James Version. All right. Not those other, you know, versions of the Bible where the dialect or the tongue of the voice of the Lord is changed in difference in, I guess you could say, terminology. All right. This is the absolute most clear and clear and direct, you know what I'm saying, translation of the Bible, the King James Version Bible. All right, King James was a Black man. Let's start there. All right, so right here you have John breaking something down. He's having a vision. He's hearing something from heaven, right? And it's saying, "Come out of her." Who is the her? That her is the world, man. All right, saying, "Come out of her." Why would a voice from heaven be saying, "Come out of her"? My people. It's not talking about everybody. All right. Oftentimes, Christianity will have you believe that when you hear the voice of the Lord or someone who is a priest and prophet is talking to a demographic of people, that demographic through the Christian church has to be the entire planet. You understand? No, this is not that. All right. When people want to break down John, what is it? 3 and 16, whatever, 3:15. So God so loved the world, whatever verse it is. All right. If you read verse 14, it'll give you the demographic. All right. The world didn't come out of bondage out of Egypt. They weren't being led by Moses. So there it gives you some um subject, gives you some context. All right. So it's not talking about, those heathen nations, right? That suck up all our money, all our resources. You know what I'm saying? It's not talking about them. It's talking about the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Now that you have an understanding of the demographic in which the Lord speaks to, now you should have some accountability for the things that you choose to do and the things that you choose not to do. So if you just tune in, we're at Revelations 18 and 4, saying, "Come out of her, man." All right, my people, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, that ye be not partakers of her sins. Who is the her? All right, everybody wants to talk about the mark of the beast. What is the mark of the beast? It's an understanding that you have called Christianity. Don't be partakers of the sins that Christians make, man. All right. They transgress the law all the time. And they be the first one to say, woe is me. There it is, John 3:14. Hey, shout out to Priest and Officer Khan, man. John 3:14. And Moses, as he lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, man. You wonder why your rib doesn't follow you. Well, to follow somebody, you have to lift them up. You have to put them in this place in your mind, the forefront of your mind, man. You see that? Ain't no damn eye right there. It's just all forehead. You have to put them in the forefront of your mind, position them, and prioritize them above your own needs. And this is something that you won't do as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. And in doing so, you turn from the word of God. And what do you turn to? You turn to the sins of this world through Christianity, because there's a large number of Christians, right, that operate in, out, and through this whole world throughout the generations. You understand? And that's the issue. So I'm going to read it again. It says, this is the book of Revelations 18 and verse 4. And I heard a voice saying, well, Salaki, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, it didn't say that voice in the back of your mind. All right. It said from heaven, saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right. So when you think about this, right, cognitively, psychologically, what are some of the ways that we deal with the plagues because of the sins that we partake in the world? Well, it's not just from addiction, right? It's not always going to be chemical. You understand? If you deal with abuse long enough, you're going to be a partaker of a plague. All right. Be PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. What is that stress coming from? You keep running to the hood to buy weed. And every time you go through there, you're fearful of your life because you don't fit in. You don't look like those who grew up around that area. You're a square. Ain't nothing wrong with being a square. All right. You went there, and because you get fried and you have a lust for women, you're taking on a sister that you do not know how to lead. And so you begin to follow, and you become traumatized because she knocked you all upside your head, she tap dancing on your backbone, and she just moonwalking on your back, man. You have nothing to stand upon because in all actuality, you're scared of her. You understand? And that's no good. So now you take on a plague of what? An effeminate male. You take on a plague of abuse. You take on a plague of addiction. You start doing things that you wouldn't normally do. Had you listened to the Bible, not the voices in your head that tell you to get high because of another plague you're dealing with called, yeah, feminine and tender. You know, you're taking on these plagues because of what? The Christian church. They tell you, hey, man, you got to stretch that bag out long and far. And you learn how to do it. Why? By taking a hold of that collection plate, putting money in it, and then passing it along. The Christian church is systematically responsible for your poverty if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian. You understand? That's what you do. You go to work and they hand you a check. You put in your collection plate, and then you run the church and then put it in the churches, thinking that you're going to get what the pastor has. But his con is to get you not to understand what is written in this book. His con is to make you hate your brother so that you can't come together collectively and be able to save money. And I got news for you. You can't save money when you're poor. It's not going to work out. This is why we have the plagues. We receive these plagues. You can be poor and have brotherhood and be very rich. Be able to do what? Go next door, knock, knock, knock. Hey, Woody, hey, let me borrow some sugar, man. Hey, you about to make some Kool-Aid? Yeah, yeah. Hey, let me get some. You know what I'm saying? I got all the sugar. You got all the Kool-Aid. Now, because of the brotherhood, you can come together and not spend what? $8 on a case of damn pop. You understand? You can save the money. You know, everybody likes what? Red beans and rice. You know, individually, you'll go out and then you'll spend, let's say, $40 on a $3 meal, know that your brother's hungry. And instead of going and just making a pot, spending $8 and having 10 pounds of bread, beans, or rice, you can share with the whole community. You just want to be a selfish bastard because you drank from the sin of this world, man. You want to manifest destiny like the oppressor. And instead of coming together with your brothers and your sisters, you become a selfish bastard. And then when you need help, you look to those who you just denied the privilege of being a brother and sister, and they're not going to be there for you. They know that, hey, if I give this brother something, I'm never going to see it again. He understands how to utilize brotherhood, but he doesn't understand how to necessarily extend it. And this is our identity, brotherhood and sisterhood. This is what separates us when we utilize it from the other nations. How do you know it works? Because through Christianity, these other nations do their own study, and they see the power of our God. We just don't see it. We don't recognize it. We don't. It says if he went to them, they surely serve him, but we don't. We don't appreciate what has been given to us. We always covet what another nation has. And then when the Lord subjects us to getting it, right, we're cursed. We deal with the curses. Those are the plagues. You understand? So I'm going to read that one more time from the top, all right? This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her. All right, this is something you're not going to hear from the Christian church. You're not going to hear your pastor say, man, let you come up out the world. Stop celebrating Christmas. Stop celebrating Thanksgiving. What's coming up? Halloween. They're going to have a hallelujah night. And some innocent soul is going to get their butt rubbed. You understand? It's probably going to be a child, you know what I mean, by a sister or a brother. Sad to say. But that's what's going to happen during hallelujah night. He's not going to say, oh, no, come out of the world. Don't do those things. Why? Because he needs you in the world. He profits off of your sin, just like the oppressor. This is where the agenda comes from. All those conferences coming together with the same agenda. The same. Why do you think they separate church and state? So they can screw you both ways. They don't want just one check. They want two checks. They want you to work, pay your taxes. Then they want you to go to church. And then that 50C3, where they're supposed to put the money back in the community, they're bleeding it dry. They're bleeding it dry. You leave church and go straight to the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to need a drink. Like, damn, that's like playing the lotto. You don't have to play the lotto when it comes to your salvation. All you have to do is what thus saith the Lord. Like Commander Junior Yohana says, your decision to do right must win always. But because you gamble with your salvation as if it's something that you have rights to when you're doing wrong, you don't understand. You think that going to the Christian church, because you think this man that's in the pulpit is just separate. He's separate, right? The Lord's going to scatter his black ass or whoever he is upon darkness, right? He has a different, destruction for those who scatter his sheep. You understand? So when it comes to coming out of the world, it says, be not partakers of her sin, right? So oftentimes we think about wisdom or knowledge, it's referred to as a woman. Why? Why would it refer to as a woman? Well, when you think about it, it's the first education the child gets. If she follows her husband, her Adawan, her leader, the wisdom of the world is often referred to as a woman. So when you think about what it is that people do in the world, you think about your neighborhood. All right, let's make it real simple. Let's bring it. Let's come back from that satellite image of the earth. This is what you're looking at right in your head. You're saying the world, everybody does it. No, make it smaller. All right. Now you see the continents and you see all the oceans and the seas. Make it smaller. Now you see the United States of America. All right. Make it smaller. Now you see your state that you live in. All right. Make it smaller to your community. When you look outside your window, what is it plagued with? You see your brothers and sisters at that bus stop, high, absolutely drunk, right? Prostituting themselves for a wicked knowledge or just for sex, lust. You understand? Looking out those project windows, man. Nas, he has a song called Project Windows, and he describes what you see when you look out a project window. That's the world that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans live in. That's the world you need to be concerned with. You shouldn't give a damn about Ukraine. You understand? This past hurricane, I guess FEMA gave what? $750? Meanwhile, a whole nation of people who have a rich society, rich everything, right? When it comes to everything, is rich. You know what I mean? They get what, $20.7 billion to build an infrastructure, and then just cave in. Like, you're not getting anything when it comes to the oppressor. You understand? But you can get everything when it comes to the Most High if you absolutely take a hold of your identity. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you take a hold of it and you follow this truth by doing what thus saith the Lord. Be partakers of the law, statutes, and commandments, and you'll come out of the world. You won't have to suffer those plagues. It takes a very special soul to say, man, look, man, I ain't trying to get wet today, but we're going to go to the pool. We're going to go to the beach. All right. And we're going to get in the water. That's what we say. I'm going to go out, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to drink. I ain't going to partake in whatever activities are going on outside. But you're already outside. That means you're a part of the activities, whether you're a clown at the circus or you're what? In the audience, partaking by visualizing, watching and seeing what's going on. You may not be committing the acts, but when it comes to the talking, oh, you're definitely spreading the rumors, the lies. You understand? You feel guiltless, shameless. You know, you'll watch someone get knocked smooth out, and then some idiot, because he follows TV, wants to be like Chris Tucker. And he'll run and stand over this person while they're seizing up and preparing to pass on. You'll stand on the body and over the body and say, you got knocked the hell out, and think it's funny. This is our people. You understand? You don't see the Italians, imitating what those gangsters did and doing the drive-bys. They did what they did, and they did it for a purpose. And they obtained what they needed. What are you getting from that besides views and another brother or sister that absolutely hates you? You're not getting anything from it, man. This is why we suffer the plague, because we don't want to come out of the nonsense. The nonsense. You don't want to come out of that understanding that, hey, if I hate my brother, he in turn is going to hate me because you're just a lovable person. Everybody's supposed to like you. Well, I got news for you. All right. The people you hate feel the same way about you. They feel the same way about themselves. Well, everybody's supposed to love me because I'm me. Everybody knows me. I'm Buddy Love. And you don't realize people hate you because of who you are and because of the things that you're doing that affirm who the hell you are. You can't sit here and say, oh, well, I don't like apples. And this is an apple tree. And then keep picking from it and eat, oh, I hate apples. You're allergic to them. You're going to have some type of issue. Why? Because the thing you hate, that's what you are. And you love who you hate. This is why you won't change. This is why you're partakers of the world's sin. Because you hate yourself, Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American Indian. Well, I'm telling you right now, you don't have to. You don't have to continue to be someone who suffers from Stockholm syndrome. You don't have to be a homeborn slave. But what you do have to do is what Commander Juliana said. Your decision to do right must win all the time, man. All the time. And when your decision to do right wins all the time, you're going to be able to keep the law, statutes, commandments. You're going to be able to have mercy for your brother and sister because you know that no one's giving your brother and sister mercy unless you get it. That's the only time you're going to see the Most High is when you're doing what it is that he says you're supposed to do. And that's the kingdom of heaven. Because this kingdom's absolutely going to fall. You understand? And let me make it even more crystal clear for you. All right. Give me just a second. Everybody, you want to know about psychology. All right. So this is a statistic that was taken back in 2010. It says the World Health Organization reported that about 450 million people worldwide suffer from some kind of mental or behavioral disorder. Why is that? Well, if you take a rich man that's been rich his whole life, you make him poor, guess what? He's going to have an issue with that lifestyle. If you take a poor person who's been poor their whole life and you give them the riches that the rich man had, guess what? They're going to absolutely kill themselves. They're going to drink all the wine until they get cirrhosis of the liver. They're going to smoke all the weed. They're going to get the best weed. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to drive them absolutely insane. Why is that? It's because of mental behavior disorders, and then regular comes to your mental. And why do we have these mental disorders? It's clear. Understand this, right? People view mental illnesses as some irreversible condition. And why is that? It's because the Christian church teaches you to be baptized means you get dunked in this water, and I'm gonna come up all glistening, looking stupid. Your relaxer just it's gone. You got the Cat Williams. You just got a fro now. You understand? You think that because you go to church, it's going to help your mental condition. It's not. You think because you put some money in a collection plate, it's going to help your mental condition. It's not. You think because you believe so much in your zodiac sign, it's going to change something. It's not. It's absolutely not. What's going to change something is being baptized by this word, man. All right. That's what you have to get in your spirit. That baptism doesn't mean being dunked in water. It means being renewed in spirit. How do you become renewed in spirit? Let me tell you how you become renewed in spirit. We just hit the grocery store. You're sitting here like, damn, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. You're like, well, let me check the food stamp card. Everybody's spirit is low right now. This is how you renewed in spirit. When you swipe that EBT card and then you just buy a pack of gum. Do you look at that balance on that receipt? Oh, we going shopping. Now everybody's renewed in spirit. That's what it looks like to be renewed in spirit. That thing that you were struggling with, which was hunger and poverty and frustration. You know what I'm saying? You think about stealing something. Let me just swipe the card. Maybe them stamps hit my account. Everybody is in a low spirit right now. They're debased. They're thinking about, ooh, who can I call to get this bread back? Who owe me money? I want to go upside their head. That's not brotherhood. Who can I call? What can I steal real quick? I'm hungry. I don't need to give it there. That's not brotherhood. But this is what it means to be renewed in spirit. When you swipe that ABD card, you put your code in, purchase whatever little thing, and then you see, oh, $1,100. Now everybody's renewed in spirit. When it comes to these laws, statutes, and commandments, you got to understand, man, you're going to have to absolutely endure. You're going to have to feel that pain, that burden when you have to throw out that weed. Feel that pain, that burden, and say, nah, ma, I ain't coming through for Thanksgiving. You have to have that soul affliction. You think money's going to do it? The Most High allowed his favorite son to be unalived as a perpetuation for our sins. So you really think that money is going to get you into the kingdom of heaven? No, it's going to help keep you out of it, right? And that helping keeping you out of the kingdom of heaven is what we're talking about right now, that mental disorder, that behavioral disorder. That's what's keeping you out of the kingdom of heaven. Because if the kingdom of heaven is within you, you are your biggest obstacle when it comes to understanding this book right here. I can read it for you. I'm about to drop that. We're going to get this first precept. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Everybody tuning in. Let's see who we got up in here. Or who we had. I'm running my mouth. Hey. Princess Kayawath. Shalom, sis. My Aisha. Hey, shalom, brother. We got Priest and Officer Khan. Shalom, brother. Hawamawar. What's up, brother? Hey, shalom, Lord Christ. We got Sister Tamika Bride. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. You understand? This is the Brotherhood class. Y'all know me. Priest and Officer Quasar, man. If you have any questions, please type it in the chat, man. Type it in the chat. We're talking about matters of facts. All right. What is a matter of fact? A matter is a situation. Okay. And the situation that the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans are in right now, that's the matter, our condition. And it's a fact that the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians are in hell. That's a fact. So don't believe the oppressor when he says, oh, you're going to go to hell. You're already in hell. He's going to put you in a deeper hell to tighten that yoke of iron upon your neck. He's trying to convince you that there's something worse than what you're already enduring so that you can give him more of what it is that he wants and needs. And that's his freedom. That's his peace. And this is his paradise. That's why you can get arrested for jaywalking. What the hell is that even? Oh, you didn't walk through a crosswalk, a designated area for you to cross the street. You mean to tell me if I stay at the bottom of the street and the crosswalk is 2.5 miles up the street. You think my black ass is going to walk 2.5 miles to a crosswalk? I'm jaywalking. You understand? Why? Because it makes more sense. But guess what's going to happen when I jaywalk? Oh, I'm going to get the ticket. It's not going to be the devil that's jaywalking with a child in a stroller. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be you. And then they're going to find some probable cause, which is the jaywalking, to plant something on you or to jack you all up. In all actuality, he just hates the way you look. He has a perpetual hatred for your black behind. He hates seeing the pants all half off your behind, man. He knows you smoking them tweeds, wearing your clothes all half off your behind. You understand? So we are a complete hell, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian, and the Lord's wrath is going to burn on every level of hell. You think what? I'm not even going to say his name because I'm tired of hearing his name. You understand? I'm not going to be a scapegoat or talebearer for what's going on with that brother because we all have said, right? That's not a good thing. That's not. That's a bad thing. We all have done something that we weren't supposed to do. So you should have a certain amount of dignity to have a certain amount of accountability to realize that, hey, being as though I sinned and I erred, I should have some compassion for someone else who sinned against me. You said all the time, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. What is that debt? That debt is what? Oh man, I was looked over in line. Well, the truth of the matter is you were shorter than everybody else, and the teacher didn't see you. Now you're holding it against him. You're getting old enough now to do what? To do what? Jack him up. Now you're going to jack him up because of a misunderstanding. Let's make it even better. Oh well, this sister stepped on my shoe right before Easter Sunday and put a scuff on it. That was the only perfection. Now you're finding a reason to hate your sister. This is a matter of fact. That's a behavioral issue. That's a behavioral disorder. For you to hold on to something for that long, y'all were 6. Now you're in your 40s, and you still don't like this sister. It was never about the shoes. It was something deeper. It's because she had a father, you didn't. It's because she was light-skinned and closer to the oppressor's complexion and got more favor than you. You didn't know you was dark-skinned. You was beautiful. You were black and comely. So now you have a perpetual hatred for light-skinned sisters. You have a perpetual hatred for dark-skinned brothers. That right there is a mental illness. And what happens when you have these mental illnesses and disorders that go unchecked? What happens? You suffer from plagues. Now, because of your selfishness, you're trying to unalive yourself. You're trying to take a soul out of the kingdom of heaven. You're adding to the mark of the beast, that wisdom and knowledge that the Christian church teaches you. You want to be a selfish bastard. This is why you're suicidal. This is why you only are concerned with anything that benefits you. Your perception of the world is transactional. What is a transaction? When you go to the store because your baby's crying, wah, 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 and you need some Infamil. You go to the store, why? Because the store has that Infamil or Similac that your baby needs, that milk, because you're not breastfeeding because you're whatever that we do. I'm gonna say we, so anybody, what I mean, whatever. So you can't breastfeed. Maybe, he's not latching on, she's not latching on. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So you go to a grocery store and you get milk. When you grab the milk off the shelf, right, is the beginning of the transaction. This is something that you need and they have it. So you go to the checkout, you scan it, and use EBT card or you pay cash. Now the transactions happened. Now you can go back home and make a bottle and give your child milk. So what is transactional relationships? Is where someone provides something that you need. And so therefore you're always going to have a relationship with them, right? Okay. What does that have to do with this irreversible condition called mental illness? You don't believe that if you go to your father, which is your power, right? After doing the things he says you're supposed to start with, don't just think because you didn't eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster that time you were invited out, and the only reason you didn't go is because you didn't have nothing to wear, the Lord's going to show you favor. No, this is your identity, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. You have to wear it upon you at all times because you're going to have a situation where, guess what? The oppressor is. He is going to be on your hind parts, your hindquarters. Don't look to the Lord for his saving then. You got to look to him now. You have to understand the condition that you're in. You have to understand the condition that we're in collectively. And you have to be the one to do what? Raise up the kingdom of heaven, meaning yourself, by doing what thus saith the Lord. All right. So we about to get this first precept, man. Mental illness is reversible. And we're going to find out how. That's a matter of fact. All right. So we're going to go to the book of Psalms. All right. Psalms 111 and verse 10. Chapter 111. If you got any questions, please type them in the chat. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse, what I say, 10. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom. All right. The fear of the Lord. What is fear? What is fear? Let's ask Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Give me just a second. Fear. Fear is an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. Mic drop. All right. Read that again. This is fear. The unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by anticipation of awareness of danger. All right. You getting fired from your job is what you fear. And why do you fear that? Because you don't fear the Lord. You have no understanding of the power, you understand, of the Lord. This is why you fear inanimate objects. You fear this because somebody said it's bad luck. You fear things that the Lord could absolutely just erase. And no one, you ever seen Men in Black, that thing they hold up and pew, that little zippy thingy, and their memory is completely erased. That's what the Lord, the Most High, can do to anything and everyone. But you don't fear him. You fear some oppressor, right? Who's manipulating a situation to put you in a further hell to get from you what it is that they want to get from you. You think he loves you. He doesn't. He absolutely hates you. It's all about a transaction with him. That's the relationship the oppressor has with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And even in his transactional relationship that he has with us, guess what he does? He screws you the hell over. It's not a fair transaction. Oh no. It's an unfair one. But because you love him so much, you don't do what thus saith the Lord. And he absolutely takes advantage of you, of us. And this is why we're going to get the matter of these facts right now. While we're in hell, it's because we don't fear the Lord, man. That unpleasant and often strong emotion that should cause you to put down that damn blunt, not even walk in the store and buy a blunt wrapper, you don't have. You have it for your baby mama. You have it for a situation or circumstance in your life you think has precedence over you because you don't know how to fear the Lord. This is why you're in the situation anyway. This is why you're dealing with the plague. I just read it in Revelations. Because you are partakers of the world. If you are partakers of these laws, statutes, commandments, that means that you have an understanding and you fear the Lord because he's the one that controls who lives and who's unalive. Christ holds the keys. So if Christ holds the keys to life, right, and death, happiness and sadness, your condition, then what makes you think you're going to get anything past him when he was a perpetuation for your sins? He knows exactly what it is that you're doing and what you're going to do. And you have the responsibility of choosing, right? The responsibility, that decision to do right. You don't want it to win always. You allow it to lose because of how you feel, because of your lustful desires. And that can't be. This is why you're partakers of the sin of the world. This is why you're partakers of the curses and the plagues as well. But gaining this understanding, and through it, you don't have to be. All you have to do is fear the Lord, man. Understand that when you don't fear him, you're going to be more inclined to sin against him. And because punishment doesn't come expediently, you're going to do what? Continuously sin. Now you're suffering from mental illnesses and behavioral disorders. Why wouldn't you keep the law, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian, man, woman, and child? It's because of what you feel. What you feel takes priority over a matter of fact. That fact is that if you don't serve the Lord, he is going to destroy you with the sword destruction. What are mental illnesses and behavior disorders stemming from? They stem from emotional, right? Emotional inclinations to do things. This is where these disorders come from. Think about it. What you think and what you feel and what you believe is the reason why you would partake in sin, which is the transgression of the law. That's what it boils down to. You don't keep the law of God because you think, oh, may God strike me now. You didn't get struck. Oh, it's coming if it's not already struck you. So now you're going to smoke that weed. You're going to do that dope. You're going to sleep with prostitutes and whores. You're going to eat all manners of nasty filthiness. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do whatever your wicked heart desires. And you're going to be destroyed because of it. This is where your mental health issues come from, black man, Hispanic man, and Native American Indian, man, woman, and child. Your emotional disposition to do what it is that you feel like, contrary to what the Lord says you're supposed to do. And in doing so, what? Low self-esteem. Oh, it's so low. Woe is me. Now you're seeking attention because of your low self-esteem. Well, had you in mind your identity and been a vessel of honor, you wouldn't have low self-esteem. Now you wouldn't be seeking attention. Now you wouldn't be some filthy, dirty scumbag, right? Like the oppressor, out here shaking your behind in the street with nothing on. I remember back in the 90s, there's a store called Spencer's. They used to make all kinds of gags, right? And this is back when, you know, women covered up. They wore those long shorts that men would generally wear. And if they did that, they showed them legs, man, and them legs was oiled up. I mean, them things was busting. And then before that, you had a time where women wore skirts. It wasn't till post-industrial revolution when if he can do it, I can too. When the men were getting shipped off to fight these wars and the women were in the damn steel mills and the factories doing the jobs that they started wearing pants. Before then, it was dresses. So my point of even saying is, back in the day, Spencer's used to make a cane. You see somebody walk with a cane like this here. This is a cane. And at the bottom of the cane was a mirror because instead of walking outside, I can walk outside right now and see somebody in some leggings, and you can see the full figure of all their women parts, from the camel toe to the Stuart Little to whatever you want to call it, to their hind parts and the front butt and the back butt. Guaranteed to see some meat. But back in the day, you couldn't. And so some sexual deviant, some perverted bastard put a mirror as a gag on canes and they sold them. So if you walk up next to a woman and you put the cane up under her dress, you can see up her legs because they just wanted to see some of those kneecaps, man. They want to see some of them thighs, potentially some cheeks. This is how far gone. That's absolutely detestable, by the way. But here's the point. You don't even have to go as far as putting a mirror at the end of a cane now. All you have to do is look out your project window. Somebody gonna be selling something, asking you if you're working, Hey, I need a ride. As soon as they get in the car, they're trying to, give you some of that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Some of that there. Can't even give nobody a ride, man. And that's a shame. Why? Because we're partakers of this world's sin. And it's because we don't fear the Lord, man. It says, a good understanding have all they that do his commandments. Did it say that here? No, it didn't say here. It didn't say here. You see that? That's what you do with this. You hear. But when you listen, you're able to do what? Comprehend. And when you comprehend, you make up in your mind that you have an understanding of something. Even that's not good enough because all you did was hear it. Now there's something that you absolutely must do. Let's keep the laws, statutes, and commandments and do them. It says, a good understanding have all they that do his commandments. Now, you know, that is something. The truth, man. The truth, the truth, the truth. It outweighs any understanding that you could potentially have and all the understanding that you don't have. But because of your feelings, you think that you can what? Negate doing what it is that you're supposed to do. The truth is, without air, you can't live. Who tries to stop breathing? Someone who's suicidal. When you hold your breath, there's an automatic response that happens that makes you gasp, take in air. Truth. What person upon this earth has died from holding their breath? I mean, you could pass out. How do I know this? Because it's science. It's a matter of fact. This is why people drown, because you can't hold your breath long enough to pass out. So you gasp, and guess what happens? You take in all this water, this high quality H2O. You know, I drink a lot of it. And guess what happens? Burst your diaphragm, and you're unalive, man. All right. It says, a good understanding have all they that do his commandments. This is why we are having the mental disorders and issues that we're having. Now, granted, there are some mental disorders that we have that are unavoidable, right? And they come from chemical imbalances while you're a child. You know, someone who could be, let's say, autistic, right? You absolutely have to get help for that child. Someone who's suffering from ADHD, right? And it all stems down, you know, to certain aspects that they're going to have to get help with and from. But when it comes to this Bible, we're talking about children now. We're talking about adults. When it comes to this Bible, the reason why we're so cognitively destroyed is because of years of oppression, right? And not understanding the truth according to this Bible, man. If you had a good understanding, that means you keep the commandments of God. Because you don't have a good understanding. So you're going to always be like, well, I don't understand what you're saying. It's because of what you feel. You don't understand because you're not listening. You don't want to listen because in doing such, your soul feels afflicted because you're going to choose to sin and be in the world. You don't want to hear you can't go out. More so, you can't wear that when you go out. You don't want to hear that, hey, man, you don't need to be hanging out with him. That's my best friend since high school who secretly wanted to sleep with you. This is why you're best friends. You don't want to hear the truth. Man, you're not man enough, masculine enough to tell your wife or your significant other or your daughter or whoever it is, your mom, the truth. Because you're a slave, right, to their bondage when it comes to their feelings and emotions. You have to be emotionally intelligent, is what they say. And when you're emotionally intelligent, you don't fear the Lord. You fear them. That's where the cognitive dissonance comes in. How they perceive you doesn't freaking matter. You don't know how they really perceive you anyway. It's a transactional relationship. They want what they want from you, and they know that old stupid Terry's going to do it. That old stupid John, he dumb enough to do it. He'll do it. Oh man, you the man. Yeah, you go. Hey, we going out to get the nut. You got us? Yeah, I got everybody. Now he going out buying, spending all his hard-earned money, about to get thrown out in the street. You thinking that you got friends, and they're knowing that they don't give a damn about you. They're just using you. Now you have mental disorders because you're too fearful to say, hey, man, look, I do it all the time. Oh, we ain't gonna talk to you. You're too afraid to be alone. Your need for attention is the reason why you suffer of the plagues of this world. And that attention exceeds your common sense. It exceeds the words of God because you don't fear him at all. It says his praise endureth forever, man. If you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, understand this. When you get to the end, if you've endured, those people who endured shall be saved. You're going to get your salvation. You're going to get deliverance from oppression. It could be the end of the day. You pray for that bread. You have to have the faith that the Lord's going to deliver it for you. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. How many people say that and then don't believe that, damn, I'm going to get it? Why is that? Because you have no brotherhood, you have no sisterhood. What's yours is yours. You're not willing to forgive, and you damn sure ain't willing to forget. You're not willing to move on. So while you're going out here getting it, that poor soul that needs it, you're going to walk right past. Like Jeremiah said, you're not going to put any change in his cup. You're not. And then when you lose your job, you're in the same situation, you're going to have a hatred and a mental disorder to do what? To do what? Hate your brother because you did exactly what's being done to you when you were low. And when you were high, you didn't have no regard. You didn't give alms or charity to those brothers and sisters that needed you. Now you're the brother or sister in need. And now it's systematic, it's systemic. This is why you're the last hired and you're first fired. But Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua for people like Commanding General Yohana, for people like General Mahaiman, right? Who is an expert in psychology. He knows what the hell, but I guarantee you, depending on what time you're calling, he knows exactly what's going on when his phone rings. He knows exactly what you're going through and why you're going through it. He knows your rib ain't listening to you because you're just sitting around the house, not doing no work. Now she has to maintain you. Why? Because you don't follow the orders that are given to you. Simple as that. You don't want to do what? It could be as simple as complete the scrolls. We don't want to complete the scrolls. Man, we'll get around to it. And now you're scratching your ass and you're trying to find something to do. Now your ribs all up. If you'd have completed the order, she would have seen you doing the work of the Lord. You don't want to go to camp. Why? I keep having to give everybody a ride. My tire got flat. Ain't nobody ever even trying. If the camp lead a job. But if she sees you working to do the work of the Lord, maybe she'll help. You understand? If she sees you doing the work of the Lord, it would be more believable versus what you say. And hearers only. So you have to be a doer, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. You have to be a doer of the word. Black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American Indian woman, man. And in doing such, guess what? A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endures forever. But no, we want to be partakers of the sin of this world. Let's get some more statistics, man. I like statistics. That was 2010. You understand? In 2010, the World Health Organization, these are people that organize statistics, right? When you go to the hospital, whether it be for X, Y, or Z, when they have domestic disputes, domestic violence, we have homicide cases. They gather up all this information, right? And then they do what? They put it in perspective. Now you have an organization, and they say that about 450 million people worldwide suffer from some kind of mental or behavioral disorder. How would they know that without taking an actual number of people and assessing them? Well, I'll tell you how. It's because of what the hell you do. What is it that you do that makes you so far out of tune with reality? I'll tell you what it is that you do. You'll take your whole check that you got paid on Friday, go out Friday night and spend the whole check, and then come out here and commit crimes to do what? Try to fulfill what it was that you just spent in this watering hole. That is mental. That's mental. That's mental. You sat here and worked 80 hours. Some in 1 week, if they'll let you get away with it if you're a doctor. Some it takes 2 weeks, 40 hours, full-time job. And because of how you feel, it is my right to work so hard. You went out, you got liquored up, and you put your rent money on that damn bar. And not to mention, you didn't just drink it up. You're so happy. Your senses are keen to not having food in your pantry. Your sisters are keen to just this sister coming up to you. She got her front butt all out. You know what I'm saying? And she trying to show you everything. So she get some of that paycheck, boy. She know what you're working with. You just keep pulling out that card. You keep pulling out your Cash App card. And she's watching. The brothers is watching too. Hey man, you got the next round? I'll get the next one. I just got one. You didn't get it? No, I got you. I got you. And you just scanned it. Now your whole check's gone. That is mental. You went to work. You was on time, on point, on target, punctual. Until it comes to what? Having some decorum, having some decency and order. This is what you learn when you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Decency and order. You don't have any self-discipline because the Christian church teaches you that you can be a selfish bastard, meaning serve yourself before you serve the Lord. And you went out and spent, damn it, you woke up at home. They made sure you got home. You didn't get an OVI. You looked at your gas tank, it was on foot and drove you around town. Then humiliated, threw up, fell in your own throw up. You're looking at these pictures on the story. You're finding a reason to laugh and you're actually humiliated. And then you go to church and guess what you do? You try to pray it away. You try to pray it away. And that last $50, you treat it like a lotto ticket of some sort or some type of scratch off where you can hit it big. If you just show the Lord that, hey man, it wasn't my first 10%, but it's my last $5. I'm gonna put in this collection plate and I'm hoping that you're gonna give me some sort of blessing. The Lord's not, man. You're a wicked and evil bastard. You broke the command. You my Aisha, a 10th, meaning you were supposed to give 10% of your increase, right? You were supposed to give there, you were supposed to pay your tithes. And if you would have paid it to the ISUPK, you could have leaned on a brother up in here and said, man, look, man, it's lucky. I done messed up. But look, hey man, we ain't gonna pay your bills, but we do have some brotherhood. You need something to eat? Come on over here. You understand? All right, no sweat. Sister such and such. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sisters too. Shout out to my sisters, y'all don't get enough credit in y'all's eyes. But we see the work that you're doing. But if we were to reward you every time you did something right, you would be in a transactional relationship with a man. Instead of doing what you're supposed to do, you would inadvertently just bastardize it. Now you're only doing it because you want pay. You're not always going to get something from what you do. You should just do it because it's necessary for your survival, my survival. All right. So you done screwed up your whole check. Man, you pay your tithes to IGBK, you check it like you're supposed to. Hey, man, call Cap. Hey, Cap, man, Salakia. Because you don't fear the Lord, you ain't gonna call Cap. You're gonna try to figure it out. You're gonna go ahead and do something stupid and end up in a deeper pile of dookie than what you was before. But this is what you should do. You should call Cap, like, Cap, man, look, I got a problem with drinking, sir. Yeah, I done did it again. She was like, all right, so listen, I'm gonna put you on a drinking restriction. You follow this order. If you don't, the next time you call, you're not gonna get any help from the ISUPK. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go to this pantry, all right, and you're gonna get everything that you're able to get. My sister come over there and cook you up some meals. You can meal prep, and that's what you're gonna eat. But I listen. You check in this Wednesday, and when you get paid next week, you better I listen. You better pay your tithes, because if you don't, then I can't help you. You understand? And you're gonna do it, and then you're gonna get the correction, and then you're gonna do exactly what it is. But because of some situation that you're choosing in the world, instead of doing what Commander Johanna said, right? Your decision to do right at all times, you're not gonna let that win. You're gonna end up right back in the same boat. And because Cap has an understanding, he's gonna help you and help you and help you. A wise man falls 7 times, but he gets up. But a fool is taken by his mischief. All right. You fear the Lord. You have an understanding, and you'll be able to stand against the oppressor. You'll be able to stand against those demons in your head that keep putting you in that vicious cycle. That vicious cycle. Why is it? Why is it that I can do X, Y, Z, and I'm doing right, and then something happens, and now it's just we're back here again. All we do is argue. All we do is fuss. All we do is fight. It's because of the mental disorders that you're having and you're suffering from. Your behavioral disorders. It's a disorder, right? For you to sit here and think that everything in your life should be great. That's a disorder. Who told you that? Oh, I know who told you that. The Christian pastor told you that. He takes all your money. He builds himself up because you went to work. He's not doing any work. The Christian pastor works too. Depending on how big your church is, he has a damn job. He has the slave just like you. So instead of you listening to your husband, you want to take all his hard-earned money and go put it in TD Fake's pocket. Theft your dollars. Some wicked bastard. You know what I'm saying? Who's getting down at these mansion parties with Diddy. That's what they need the jets for. To hurry up and get to these parties. They're not going to saving lives with these jets. You give them all your money. They're going to do what? Touch children. You know, unalive folks. They're going to do all the wickedness that you don't hear about, that you ignore because Baddies of Atlanta's on. And some sister that you absolutely put up here, right, is fighting somebody and doing something so evil and wicked. But because she's on TV, you want to follow her. You know, you're a black man, you're a Hispanic man, you're Native American Indian. He may not be perfect. He will be when it comes to the ISUPK. He's going to strive for that perfection when it comes to fighting his demons. That's how he's going to become perfect. But you're going to sit here and then you're going to put this woman above you, right, to be your role model. You're going to do everything that she does. Even if you beat that demon, even if you went through trial and tribulation, you went through rehab, and you found out how to beat this demon because you like Natalie Nunn, you're going to batty shot a clock, right your way right on back to AA. You're going to smoke the weed because Rolly's doing it. She popped up out of nowhere, got a surgery, and she lost all this weight. The knee's still knocking because of behavioral disorders. You're going to change the very fabric of what you look like instead of changing the fabric of your thoughts and your understandings. This is what we choose to do as a nation of people. And this is why we're suffering from the plagues. You don't know what it means to be vexed. It's a strong emotional suffering, man. So I just got irritated. Something just pissed me off. Boy, you ain't gonna believe this. Now you're being a talebearer. And so I can see that happening. He does drink a lot. I can see that he does have a bad attitude. I can see that he never let nobody talk. All because of what you think and what you feel and what you believe, like it's written in here. Oh, it's in here, all right. It's on the wrong side of keeping the law, statutes, commandments. That's why Christ had to come and be a perpetuation. He had to come and be your psychologist. He had to come and be your social worker. And guess what? You crucified him. Now he has the mighty men in the ISUPK, the priests and prophets, back on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And through the words and wisdom of the Most High, found all throughout the Bible, right? The words on this page being angels, right? Messengers. And you don't want to listen to the truth because of how you feel. This is why you break the laws of the land. Think about it. And you think you get away with breaking the laws, and you just haven't got caught yet. You're still breaking them. It's not that you don't break them, it's just because you haven't gotten caught. So you can push all this pack. And then, oh, yeah, man. And then the police pull you over and they take everything. You're going to be mad about everything you lost as if you obtained it legally. And you're going to plead your case in the courtroom as if you got it righteously. You're going to pray to the Lord when you weren't supposed to be meddling in that anyway. Why is that? It's because of what you think and what you feel and what you believe, which don't equate to a hill of damn beans, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. Because your job is your job, but you rather work for the oppressor because your transactional relationship and not understanding and having the fear that the Lord will absolutely allow you to go through hell. You understand? And that's the problem. So what we need to do is realize that keeping these laws, statutes, commandments will be the actual reversible, right? The reversible condition of the condition that you're in. So just think about it this way. If you haven't been keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and you're suffering from schizophrenia because your conscience is telling you, girl, he a lie, he a hoe, he a cheat. He got a different girl every day of the week. That's what you're hearing. Those voices in your head, those are demons, by the way. You can't turn it off. So now you're like this every time you're in the shower, trying to go through his phone. That's a mental illness. That's a behavioral disorder because you don't have the self-discipline to sit your ass down in class and ask your questions. You don't have enough self-discipline to stay in the right. Stay in the right. You have to go to the wrong. Well, the situation is already wrong, so I'm go to the wrong. Stay in the right, black man, Hispanic man, Native American, Indian, man, woman, and child. Stay in the right. Why you keep going left? So what? Your axle broke, your tire came off. Get his book of world records. It's not the first. It's not the first. Scrap the damn car. Yeah, it's frustrating. The apartment complex and give you enough time to do what? Get it fixed. So what? Get over it. And it's your last car. You done had all these cars and they all breaking down. It happens. You understand? Maybe you or maybe I should get a job at General Motors, Honda plant or something. Don't form a behavioral disorder. Don't have a temper tantrum as an adult. What does it look like? I ain't answering my phone. You don't know who's it's your grandchild calling. You don't know because you're having a temper tantrum because of your behavioral disorders. You were so busy trying to beat the system and manipulate it. This is why. Oh, I didn't graduate. I did just fine. No, you didn't. You don't know how to sit the hell down and do right. Everything that you do, it has to be manipulated for wrong. You can't do right always. And that's a behavioral disorder. And you can reverse it by doing what? It's a mental disorder. You can reverse it by doing what? Doing right. So if you don't keep the law, statutes, commandments, try doing them. What's the worst that can happen? What? Think about it. You said you're not supposed to smoke. All right. You've been smoking. All right. Before you get some type of cancer, stop. It's in the law. You're not supposed to dig up evil. You're not supposed to smoke weed. Put that branch to your mouth. For what? It's not even biocompatible. What the hell are you, a chimney? Or are you a person? You ain't Thomas the choo-choo train. You understand? Don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You've been eating it. What do you have? High blood pressure, too much sodium. You got edema. You understand? You're dealing with all this. You're getting gout. Food's too rich in purines, crystallizing in your joints. Now it hurts for someone to breathe on it. You in there cussing and fussing out your ribs. You trying to take care of your broke down self. You can't even get to the bathroom. You're being a complete wicked bastard. It was you drinking all that beer. Now you have gout. It was you thinking you was balling out of control. You didn't have any fiber in your diet. Now you're suffering because that lifestyle was not biocompatible. Now because, oh, you see little baby doing it on TV, not knowing that he has a dietitian. He eats healthy every day. He drinks more water and gets intravenous hydration. He's going to sell you a vision and you're going to believe it because you don't fear the Lord. Good night. All right, let me get another precept, man. We're gonna go to James 1 and 22. All right. James 1 and 22. If you got any questions, please put in the chat. Hey, throughout everybody is checking in. Like, share, subscribe, send it. You know what to do. Matter of fact, James 1 and 22. All right. You got any questions? Please ask your questions, man. Tune in to scripture breakdowns. All right. If you're in this truth and everything's starting to piss you off that everyone's doing, and you feel as though that, man, this ain't what they say it is. You know, these niggas is sinning. You have a strong demon on you. All right. And that demon is trying to destroy and kill you. It's trying to do the one thing that it's supposed to do, separate you from your life. Your life should be brotherhood, which is synonymous to sisterhood. And in order for the oppressor to win, in order for the devil, the deceiver, to be able to embed those lies within you, it has to separate you from the thing that's going to keep you alive. So if you had very bad asthma and someone wanted to unalive you, how could they do it? They could hide your inhaler. Hide your emergency inhaler. You're not going to get that albuterol, cuz you're not going to get that sulfate you need. You understand? They're going to hide it from you. Why? Because they know that you need it. So when it comes to your demons, know that they understand that thing that's protecting you. Those gates that don't languish, which are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's what you need. It's going to try to separate you from it. How is it going to start? It's going to start with an argument with your rib about her baby daddy. It's going to start with your argument with your Ottawa about his attitude. Where should it start, man? Nowhere. Because you can't be bigger than reproof. You can't be bigger than correction. If I had a booger in my nose, how would I know? Maybe one of my brothers and sisters to tell me. My breath stunk. How would I know? Unless if it was stunk that bad and I smelled it, then I probably have some plausible deniability. But how would I know? How would you know? Someone told you. So when it comes to, hey man, why didn't you tell me she was creeping behind my back? Because for me to tell you the truth, I'll become your enemy. So now nobody wants to tell the truth. No one fears the Lord enough to be righteous. No one fears the Lord enough to what? To allow your choice and decision to do right, to win always. So therefore, we do what? We compartmentalize the will to do right, and then the will to do wrong, we just let that live and breed. And it breathes. We just do wrong. Why? Because it feels good to do wrong. It feels good. It feels good to eat pork. Everybody loves pepperoni. Why you mean I can't eat no Pop-Tart because of some, what, gelatin? What the hell is even that? I've been doing it. But when you find out the law according to God, oh, you don't want to reverence it. Why? Because you like Pop-Tarts more than you like being alive? Well, he says don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster because it causes parasitic infections. It's not biocompatible to the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. Well, you see someone else doing it, don't covet what some other wicked nation's eating. You understand? If you're allergic to peanuts, you get mad because he's eating a damn payday? No, you're not. Because if you have an allergic reaction, it's going to scare the heck out of you. You understand? If you have to end up getting stabbed with a pen, an EpiPen, an epinephrine, it's going to hurt. It's going to absolutely scare you. Not being able to breathe and suffocating. It's going to scare you. But if the Lord allows it because of you not listening, why should you have to suffer through the curses and plagues and then try to find reasons to smoke, reasons to be a whore, reasons to do all the things that we do instead of just fearing the Lord and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? Why don't we try that? Because your need to sin or to feel good or to have your emotions, right? Your emotions known by everybody, it exceeds your ability to serve the Lord. It exceeds your ability to do what? Not drink until you get drunk, till your back starts hurting. You just don't want to do a mukbang. You're really hungry. You want to eat all this food because you smoked hella weed. You don't give a damn about how much sugar 64 milligrams is. If I were to show you, you'd be like, no way. No way in hell it's a cup of sugar. It is. He's going to keep drinking these pops and then wonder why you have kidney stones. It's because your need to serve yourself exceeds your need to serve the Lord. And when that happens, all these demons are able to take from you that one thing that you're supposed to be committed to, and that's your identity. You can't commit to your identity because you don't like what you look like when you look in the mirror. Who gives a damn what you look like? Because, oh, you can say that. And my hair, look, my hair falls out too. I deal with issues just like everybody else deals with them. But you know what I do? I pick up my damn sword and I realize that, damn, it's not always about you, Quatazar. What about your brothers? What about your sisters? I got severe plaque psoriasis that causes rheumatoid arthritis. You would never know. You know when it's that brother with all them spots on his skin. It's just something I got to deal with. There are things in life you're going to absolutely have to deal with, right? But in doing so, choose to do right always. Don't make your situation, your circumstance, your brothers. They already have their own. So how about you be a man, be a woman. Take care of thyself by taking heed to thyself. Don't use these scriptures to try to cut your brother or sister. Use these scriptures to get yourself together so that there's no need. My brother and sisters, you know what I'm saying, they're suffering, right? Our brothers and sisters, we're suffering because of what we feel, because of our mental health and behavioral disorders, because we choose not to serve the Lord. Our brothers don't die over $5 in the dice game. It ain't about that. It's not about the $5. It's not about the money. It's about the disrespect that was given and playing a game. General Muhammad broke it down so eloquently, man. He's just, man, I don't, listen, that brother is, man, Barack Tayyah Rashad. If you're scared of General Muhammad, you should be. Because there's something that you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing. But that fear, if it makes you do right, understand the Lord's way worse. He's doing what he's supposed to do, being a messenger. You understand? So if you can clearly understand what General Muhammad is saying, clearly understand that you can reverence the Most High by keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Understand that. You can do it. You can do it. Stop allowing your emotions. They come. I know it hits hard. You're like you're about to die. So what? You're not going to be doing that for the rest of your life. I've never seen somebody just doing that. Like, unless they're, coming down off something. That pain that you feel is going to go away. Just like when you was a kid. You thought a $20 bill was the most money ever. You would say $1,300, $1,100. And that was the biggest number you knew. So you learned about decimal places, commas. Now you know about 14.5 billion. They'll send that to Ukraine easily. Meanwhile, you over here drinking brown water. Realize that it ain't that bad until it's that bad because you keep sinning against the Most High. Your rib isn't that bad. Your wife, your honey boo boo, your sugar pie, honey butts, she's not that bad. She's only that bad to you because you don't understand the mental illnesses or the behavior she's having because you're still dealing with yours. Now it becomes too much. But when you understand the fear of the Lord cleans you the hell up, you're going to stop wanting to get dirty. Now you're going to be perfect like Job and eschew evil. You're not going to go to the freaknik. Only thing you're going to do is find temptation there. Then you say, what? You're tempted by the Lord? No, he's not tempting you. You chose to go there. And why do we go places broke as hell? You get $1,200. Instead of doing what you're supposed to do with the money, you want to take a vacation. Why is that? Because you're in captivity. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. Well, why are niggas called a slave? You ain't working for free. You have to pay taxes to work. You understand that? So if you don't understand that you're a slave, understand that you're in captivity. This is why every time you get a little bit of money, you're trying to go someplace you've never been. On vacation. You're spending money that you don't have. You probably won't see again until tax time. And that's because you're partakers of the world. And being partakers of this world, you're going to have their plagues, that pollution. And that pollution is the reason why we have the psychological disorders that we do have. If you're overly emotional, it becomes a psychological disorder. No, sis, you can't bust the windows out of his car because Jasmine Sullivan put it in a song. That's a psychological disorder. You can't cut up all his clothes. Who does that? There's something wrong with your psyche. You're suffering from a severe case of psychosis. Black man, you can't smoke all the weed you want. You can't have sex with all the women you want. You can't even take care of the kids. Let me put it to you this way, all right? Mental illness is absolutely reversible, okay? So understand this. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you'll wash your ass if it stinks. You wash your feet if they stink. You'll brush your teeth. You'll take baths and showers, not withholding how long you in there for. How many times you done got a sibling argument because, you done used all the hot water. Your mom said, boy, get out of there. You done use up all the hot water. It was such a thing that you used to have to share water. That's how poor Black folks used to be, to share water. You understand? If you would do that much cleaning for the carnal aspects of your body, what makes you think that you don't have to do any type of cleaning when it comes to your cognitive, your psychology, your mental? You just watch anything. If you don't care, and you think it's not going to have an effect on you, till you're watching Tubi, and now you're thinking that your post sister, she ain't never ever stepped out on you. But psychologically, you're so out of tune because of what you're watching. What you're watching, you're starting to believe that this sister's doing something that she's not doing. You're believing that your brother's backdooring you and he's not. because of what you're watching on Tubi. You ever stop to think that the things that you watch and listen to can play a role on how you perceive reality? Well, if you use the law, statutes, and commandments and do what thus saith the Lord and put something else inside your head besides sin, lust, greed, and all that murder, then maybe you'll perceive the world differently. Maybe you'll understand that everyone that's doing these things went through the same trauma that you went through. But you were so quick to what? Kill somebody over a color, over a street. We got to do better, man. And this is why we got to make these matters of fact. Fact. You have to fear the Lord. You understand? That's the beginning of all wisdom. You understand? All right, so we're going to get James 1 and 22. James 1 and 22. The book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. All right. I'm going to read it through, and then I'm going to come back and break it down. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. What does that mean, deceiving your own selves? What happens when you deceive yourself? You begin to suffer from a mental disorder. You have behavioral issues. You can't lie to yourself and say that I'm going to do wrong and then good things are going to happen. And you keep doing wrong, and because you get the product of what you were looking for, right? And then bad stuff happens, you think that, oh, you're not wrong. Well, it was done to me. I scammed all those people. Now you get scammed. You think what? You're innocent? No. No. Justice was served. That's what happened. Justice was served. And now you have some type of mental or behavior disorder because justice was finally served. You was scamming and swiping all these identities. Now someone does it to you, and you want the Lord to tarry not when it comes to their judgment? No. No. Justice was served. And now you're having a hard time wrapping your mind around it. So the little bit that you did try to clean up about your life, you're going back and then you're making it dirty again. This is why you have to take care and consideration of what you watch, black man, what you do, what you listen to. If you're someone who can't hear a certain type of music and control those demons, right, enslave them, right, then just kill them and stay far, far away from them. You know, there are people out there that can take a stand against drinking, and every time they get the urge to drink, they do something positive because they decide to what? Do right over everything else. That decision to win, oh man, they never abandoned it. But there's someone who is going to abandon it. So you have to watch what it is that you put in your head. You have to watch what it is that you do. Watch what it is that you eat. Watch where it is that you go. Why? Because if you don't have self-discipline and you don't fear the Lord, you're going to allow your stupid emotions, something that is not real, until you do something. Oh, that really hurt my feelings. Hey, niggas don't think like that. I said, man, we was playing Space, man. It was a funny game, man. Y'all niggas had me rolling. Everybody at the table, feelings is hurt. So now, 2 nights later, feelings still hurt, so mad, we're going to shoot some dice. Now we get into an argument over $5. You got 2 racks on him, he got 6 racks. Now you're getting killed, what, over 5? It's not about the $5. It's about them damn wise cracks y'all was cracking on each other with. Just bring each other down. Jim Muhammad said it the best. That's one thing I learned how to do at a young age. That's how the goddamn riff. Everybody knows how to riff. And it's such a sad thing. It's funny to think about how wicked and evil you really are until you realize that you're really tearing your brother and sister down, and then it's not so goddamn funny no more. It's not funny anymore. Now they're sitting on the edge of the bed with a gun and then trying to figure out a reason to live. That's the kingdom of heaven. You're looking at it. When you go to the damn bus stop, go to an RTA, you go to Code, you go downtown, that is the kingdom of heaven. That's the condition. Hell. The kingdom of heaven is in absolute hell right now because we don't care about one another enough. That's what you call brotherhood. Caring about the man next to you like you would care for your damn self. That's what Christ tried. That's what Christ taught. But because of emotions, we have mental disorders that plague us, and we think they're irreversible, and they're not. It's a plague to think you're a Scorpio. That's a mental disorder. So now you're out here trying to get all the rods you can get. You're trying to be the freakiest you can be because it's put up here. When it's not even a part of our identity, our culture. Something the oppressor does, man. This is what you have to do to reverse, you know what I'm saying, that cognitive dissonance. You have to fear the Lord. Don't fear what this group of people think about you. They don't give a damn about you. You think you're that big. Your pride, that's why I said pride comes before the fall. Your pride makes you think that you're the biggest freaking man ever. Oh, watch out for such and such. He's coming through with his big balls. She's coming through with her big butt. No one gives a damn about you. Only you do. And in doing so, you put your emotions and feelings above everything. You put your need to be recognized above everything. This is why you can have mommy issues or daddy issues. My dad never told me he loved me. So freaking what? Who cares? You do. Now you're going to have an emotional disorder, right? Now you're going to build up all these. Man, Bernice, man, listen, that's emotional. That's a behavioral disorder, right? You think that you can bypass shutting the hell up when your husband says shut the hell up. I'm gonna tell you to shut the hell up. And if you don't listen and you keep getting on my fucking nerves, I mean, Slocky, you keep getting on my nerves because of you're a Scorpio, I'm gonna call you a stupid bitch. And you're gonna be a stupid bitch, Scorpio. You're gonna go and get that sage, you're gonna burn it. That's the act that you're gonna commit. And guess what? You have asthma, dummy. Now you're gonna be there choking and coughing and looking at me like hell. I'm gonna sit right there, just like this, and look at you. You're burning that sage because you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. And that's listen to your authority. You'll go to work, and a white man will put your black ass in chains. He'll say, "Oh no, if you can't pull that APC, put a chain around your waist and get low." And you'll drop down to get your goddamn eagle on instead of listening to your Ottawa tell you to shut your damn mouth. Shut your trap. That's righteous. That's righteous leadership. Why? Because in this brother's head, he's thinking about knocking you the hell out. And what you gonna do? Call your brother? Now you gotta turn into Debo and tell her, shut up, punk, before I drop you like I did this bitch. Now it's a whole domestic dispute because what? Your lack of sisterhood. All you gotta do is be quiet. Then you go out, you go to the store when you're feeling good, and oh my goodness, what are these men looking at? When you look down, what the hell you got on? I'm about to fight these niggas because of you. These are my brothers. But they have no idea of that because of the stipulations you're putting on them. You get knocked out, you damn sure will. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now. Play will go there. You gotta understand, sis, you have a responsibility not only to shut the hell up, right? But to do what? Watch what you say, watch what you do. Be careful where you go. You understand? You just, oh, I feel good. Let me just open my legs. No, close your damn legs and close your mouth. Sit down. Now you're sitting over there looking stupid, crying. And guess what? I don't care. I'm gonna go in there and fix me a peanut butter jelly sandwich and scratch my ass. And then I'm gonna ask you, okay? Come here, come to Papa. Give me a hug. Listen, I gotta tell you the truth, man. Because you think that that's something. When a man's absolutely trying to rape you, and you're fighting with every being, just understand. You asked for it. And I told you to shut your mouth. When you talk illy against me, you're asking for rape. You're asking to be molested. You're asking to be sexualized. And you don't know that because you're being a partaker of the world. And not knowing being a partaker of the world, you're going to do what? You're going to drink up the plagues. So when you get into Medulla's freaking lift and you sit here texting and you sit here in the back doing that stupid face to show your dumb dimples, and he's sitting here saying, I done missed this exit twice. He's heading to that spot. He takes women like yourself because you didn't shut the hell up. You didn't listen. And now you're coming, what the heck? And when you put your phone down, he in the front like this. You got all kind of all kind of stuff going on in the car, and now you knocked out. And you waking up. in the chain gang. Just because you didn't want to shut the hell up. It's that simple. I'm not telling you to shut up because I hate you. Obviously, I don't hate you. I absolutely love you. I'm telling you to shut the hell up because that's what you need to do. You understand? The Most High deprived you of a certain amount of wisdom, knowledge, and education. And that thing that you need and want the most, which is a man, has it. You understand? So you need to shut up. Because when you don't, guess what happens? Guess what happens? That hedge of protection, that strong man, bah, bah. You understand? You separate yourself from. And you go out here in the world and you do something stupid. And guess what? You call him, and he being like, and then he being even dumber, come to the rescue. Dun, 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 dun. Now he top flight security of the world, Craig. Now he out here about to unalive his brother because you weren't a sister and you left out the house, not following your righteous leadership, listening to what that pastor said. Hey, sister, come here closer. Come a little closer. Turn to your neighbor. And this is the reason why you do that. It's not because I told you to shut up. Me telling you to shut up is a gift. Receive it with all gladness. You understand? You want a bow? Shut up, bitch. You understand? That's your bow. Receive your gift gladly. Because when you don't, you go out into the world because you didn't know how to girdle your bridle your mouth. You didn't know how to you didn't know how to shut up. You didn't know how to do this and have some decorum. You didn't have self-discipline. Now he's going to be calling you a stupid bee. It's not because he has your best interest at hand. No, it's because he hates you. He doesn't give a damn about you. Your husband that tells you, he actually cares about you. He's telling you to shut up. He calls you a bitch because you have no shame. Of we be equated to a what? A female dog. Now, oh, he called me a bitch. He's always calling me a bitch. Well, are you always without shame, sis? Because if he was walking around the house with his hand broke, using your fingernail file, you would call him gay. Like, why are you always calling me that? Why are you always acting that way? As soon as you get on the phone with one of your boyfriends, right? That's really your girlfriends. What's up, Ben? How you doing, Ben? And it's cool. That's shameful. Why? To have a best friend who is a man that absolutely hates you so much, he's going to cross over and try to become you because he feels as though he could be a better image of you than you. That's a mental disorder. And you being stupid will let him call you a B. Let him be your best friend. Listen to his advice. Talk to him and get it when he's confused on being what your husband is. That's what you call a behavioral disorder. So when it comes down to it, if you don't know, now you know. That's a matter of fact. We are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. You understand? That knowledge is the understanding that you can only get from the priests and prophets in the ISUPK. I understand your mom say, you know what, girl, you got to take that. You should leave him. Shit, if I was you and I had those good looks and that, you would be a whore. Oh, I'm sorry, you are a whore. Oops, I can't say that's your mama. She's a whore. She's a whore. Where are you learning how to be a whore from? Your mom. Because you talked to her about what your husband did because you have one. Because what? He's cleaning you the way he's supposed to. You go back to where something filthy and vile and dirty is, and you get another understanding. Well, my mom said, that's my mom. Give a damn about your mom. Who cares? You think the Lord's with her? That's why she ain't got no man. You're so impressed by your mom. I can tell. Because you're going right down the road she went down, and you're going to be just like her without a damn man. So it's absolutely glorious. Glorious to listen to your Ottawa. Why? Why? Because that's who the Lord put above you. All right. You would want this man to take a bullet for you. You can't take a chill pill and shut up. You can't. You can't just, man, listen, I know you done went out there, you done made all this money for me, and you did all these. I got this nice house. I got this nice car. No, you can't. What you have to do, you got to get your stupid phone out, pucker your lips, and in your multi-$100,000 mansion he just provided for you, you're going to take a stupid selfie with your ass out in a $5 mirror and post it for the whole world to see. And you mean to tell me you don't need to shut up and sit down? This brother done got on one knee, bought you the diamond in the rough, man. You ever seen the ladder that little monkey went all the way down in there? He said, touch nothing but the lamp. That monkey that went got that damn rock to put on your little ashy finger. And he's at work right now. You at home in his bathroom. taking pictures of your behind. That's a mental illness. You know, oh, I want to break the generational curses. It comes to wealth. I'm rich, but you're doing some po ass shit. Oh, Salaki, you're doing something poor as, and I don't mean financially poor. I'm talking about in spirit, man. Why do we have to be the ones that give our blood, sweat, and tears and our bodies, blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians? Y'all ever ask yourselves that? Why is it that it's us? You gotta come into this truth 30 on your last kidney because you done did so much dope. You understand? You ain't got but one lung because you smoke so much weed. You understand? You just hoping all the cellular activity just goes away because of all the vile videos people have of you and all the stupidity. Why? It's because we chose not to be what? Doers of the word and hearers only. And we deceived ourselves in believing that this is what it means to do what? Get the American dream answered? It's a nightmare. This is James 1 and 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Being a hearer only. This is what you want. Oh, you'll talk to such and such about their problems, and you don't have any problems, right? You're good. Your husband doing it. Everything's good. Then you start hearing this. Those demons get in your head. I wish this nigga would. Now you're becoming schizophrenic. And you're hearing these voices because this sister that you keep, instead of saying, listen, sis, listen, if you want help, listen, watch class. No, you're going to be a talebearer for the bad news. You're going to be her scapegoat. And then when all the bad things is coming out, they're going to add to it. And now what proof do you have? Well, it says all you wives be subject to your own husbands. We should be what? One with conversation or otherwise. Yeah, we're going to go through things. Being a sister doesn't mean allowing her to talk trash about her Ottawa. Stop it in its tracks. Being a brother doesn't mean talking about your rib to your brothers. You understand? We have to build our nation up. So we have to do the opposite of what we've been taught to do by this world, man. And so in doing so, we just can't be hearers of the word only. We have to be doers of the word. Now, if you're just a hearer only, you're deceiving yourself. If I say, hey, man, downtown tomorrow, everybody who is a actual, I guess you could say, citizen of this county, they're going to be given $1,200 checks. $1,200 checks. You can be a hearer of the word. Foolish and clamorous, man. Yeah, don't be a foolish and clamorous sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't just hear this word and then turn around and then, oh, I'm good. I didn't watch class. As soon as you get an opportunity to be clamorous, you want to be clamorous. You want to be talking all that trash, that one stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just forget about what the hell you just learned in class. Your will to do right is not winning, but your will to do wrong is absolutely winning because of your emotions. It feels good to you until it's being done to you. Now you want to sit here and fake the funk. You've been causing this man absolute hell. And then you what? You think you're gonna go to the Passover? Let's say he takes you. You're gonna do the same thing you were doing at home at the Passover. That's like when people say, I'm gonna wait till I get married to stop cheating. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Statistically, it said it takes about 13 days to break a habit. Depending on how strong the habit is, you may not never break it if you don't have the will to always and continually fight the habit. Foolish. How could you be so foolish? Well, because every time you fall, instead of taking your chastisement and correction, you want to be a fool. Who hateth what? A fool hates to be corrected. That's why you're a fool. Even brothers, man. You wonder why she ain't listening. And then some sisters do listen. And it's lucky. There's a lot of sisters out there that have to deal with, oh, his drinking. Have to deal with his drinking. You have to deal with everything. Like, understand this, brothers. We are the example. All right. So to be the example, you're either going to be doing right and going to war, or you're going to be doing wrong and fighting the wrong war. But to be a warlord, you're absolutely going to be about warfare. All right. Make sure you're on the right side of warfare. Don't be on the evil side, man. You know, this sister doing the best she can. Give her a break, man. Take time to smell the roses. You understand? What does that mean? To smell the roses. Appreciate that delicate flower that you have. before you traumatize it, and then she turns into a wicked dragon. And now you can't stand to be around her. You think you'll get what, another rib? You're going to get another problem that you can't solve because you want to be a hero of the word and not doers only. And make no mistake, this comes to orders too. You understand? Don't just think because, oh, Cap said you're going to do 500 push-ups, that's you're going to get off light. No, the Lord sees. Christ does too. He controls how much hell you have to deal with. He also controls death as well. So be doers of the word, man. Keep these statutes and commandments. It's good. It's not grievous. It's good for you. You go on TikTok now. Everybody is waking up to the truth. But here's the thing. They're not being doers of the truth. You have the ability to be bigger than damn LeBron James and your nation by just keeping the word. You're going to look at us and be like, man, y'all been saying that since 1969. I'm not that old, but the Ottawanium are, and I listen to them. We're one body. You can be a part of something that's absolutely greater than you, and that's the body of Christ, man, and not from a Christian standpoint. Everybody's going to do this one day when Christ returns, and you ain't going to have no choice. You understand? So do it now, man. Make this a new trend, right? Make it a matter of fact that if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, it's your duty to take your mental health and your behavioral health seriously. How you behave and what you think should always be girdled. You understand? You have to gird up the loins of your mind. Watch what the hell you do, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian, woman, man, and child. Watch what you do. Watch what you think. That's mental health. What you do is behavioral health. What you think is mental health. Watch it. Do something about it. If you need help, get help. Men and I should be gay. Your behaviors, your actions, what the hell you do? Some of you sisters got bad behavior, and some of you brothers absolutely have bad behavior. It's only when I drink. It don't matter. It's bad. Sisters, it's only when I drink. It don't matter. It's bad behavior. And why does your behavior become bad? Because of your mental health. Your mental health is what you think mentally. Your cognitive functions or dysfunctions. You know what I'm saying? You have a severe case of some type of psychosis, then you need to address it. How? By asking your questions. Why do I do this? I understand why you do this. It's because your mother taught you that if this situation gets tough, then get to going. She didn't teach you how to be a woman and serve your man no matter what. And he'll come back around and understand, like, damn, this woman ain't never left me. Maybe I should be more of a brother and stop doing that thing that causes me to hit her when I drink. Maybe I should stop drinking. Maybe I should stop getting high because it makes me paranoid. And every time I get high, I hit her because I think she's cheating on me. That's paranoia. Maybe you should check your behavioral health because it can come from what? Addictions. It absolutely can. Now you think that, oh man, all we do is argue, fuss, and fight. Why? Because your mental's telling you about all the bad things. You listen to that demon in your head. Don't let nobody else do you like that. And if they do you like that again, cheat on his ass again, girl. Yep, put something else tighter on. Oh, he don't notice me? Oh, he think that bitch better than me? Oh, I'm gonna put don't take on that spirit, man. Take on the spirit of a true Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. A true Jew. Don't take on the spirit of the white ones. You know what I'm saying? Take on the spirit of our Father, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I mean? You won't let no devil put no uncooked, unseasoned chicken in your mouth. You say, who made the potato salad? You'll vet the process when it comes to that. But anything else you won't vet, you let them put stupid thoughts in your head when it comes to your Black men. They'll say, choose pork, the other white meat. And next thing you know, he's pushing you down the stairs because he's an NFL player. Oh, I should get with him. He's white. Let me try something new. No, don't try that. Don't try that. Because when you do, you think their punishment's not going to come, Black man. You think your punishment's not going to come, Black woman. But because you have no understanding, the Bible says you will. All right. So that was James chapter 1, verse 22. Be ye doers of the word. Doers of the word. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a nigga that owe a nigga money. Give him the money. Don't owe. Not owe. You understand? Don't be a sister that talks too much. You know what I'm saying? Watch your speech. Talk about something that's pertinent and imperative. Talk to your kids about their grades. Talk to them about their decorum. Talk to them about the feast of dedication. Talk to them about the Day of Atonement, which is coming up. And let's stress it. If you didn't catch General Muhammad's class, do not, I repeat, do not make your children fast. You understand? We do not condone that. All right. If you have medication that you absolutely have to take it. Like General Muhammad said, you will be fine. All right. Do this thing. It's for one day. All right. So let me get one more precept and then we're going to shut it out. I'm talking a lot. But as a matter of fact, there are things that you have to do, and that's be what it is that the Lord created you to be. Just because a dolphin, a porpoise, he breathes like we breathe. You understand? Or orca, it doesn't mean that you can take him out of his natural environment and put him on land. It may be able to breathe, but it won't be able to survive. Right? It needs water to thrive. You know, that's its homeostasis. That's where its natural habitat is. Your natural habitat, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, is not in the world. It's in this truth. You're a vessel of honor, man. Separate yourself with your identity. When you know, man, they said, damn, that's a fine ass nigga right there. That's what the women said. That's a fine ass nigga right there. I wonder what the hell he does. What is it? You know, y'all women. I seen what was it? Damn, that Love and Basketball. That girl said she licked the sweat off his booty, and that's how the Black women should look at the Black man. What is it that he's doing? I want to be a part of that, but she can't. Why? Because you want to be a stupid drug dealer. You want to be some ignorant bastard with your pants all half off. You're not doing anything that's noteworthy. So they see us out in the streets. So shout out to that sister. I don't know who she was. We were out doing what we were supposed to do on the corners in Dayton, Ohio, man. And a sister came over there and brought us 2 cases of water, man. Shout out to that sister, man. She seen some brothers doing something positive. She heard the truth according to the Bible, not Frank Lucas's truth. You know, not Lil Wayne's truth. The truth according to this Bible, man. Our King, our Shah Mashiach, man. The most high power. You understand? And she came and did something that was so righteous. And guess who was with her? Her daughter was with her, carrying another case of water. You understand? Give these women something, you understand, to look up to and look forward to. Yeah, understand that. Women, we're not going to fight you like how you think we are. We're going to hurt your little feelings because you think they're bigger than a big Black man like myself. And that's fine. You know, you can be emotional. You're supposed to be soft and delicate, you know, but don't try to make a man of understanding misunderstand you by doing that thing, and that's serving your own emotions and feelings, and then trying to do what? Project them. You don't have to do that, sis. All you have to do is talk. Black man, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You come up in here, sit down, and get the truth according to the Bible. So you ain't gotta be a roaring lion in your household. We are responsible for each other. You're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. Understand that, man. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? For rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from their head to speak to a brother or a sister, man. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. All right. So everything that I've read to you is for educational purposes. You understand? If you have any questions, please tap in. You know, reach out to the ISUPK. All right. It's going to be on this stream, the phone number. You can call, ask your questions. If you need resources, you know, for a loved one or for yourself, man, you got to start fearing the Lord and coming to your own people. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, your very life depends on it. All right. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, which means a tenth in the Hebrew, my Aishara, Salakia. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. You pay to the school donation fund, all right? ISUK.com. You see it. Make that donation. All right, 10% now. The priest funds, free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the Day of Atonement. That'll be this Friday from even unto even. You understand? We're gonna open it and then we're gonna close it. All right. So you're not to eat anything or drink anything. You understand? All right. Reminder for Akim or Akwa to check the bulletin board, meaning check Facebook. We have multiple streams of we have multiple platforms streaming, information everywhere. All you gotta do is check in and you can get any information. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, this is for the brothers. Start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. So with that Amajium, which means to stand, fix this joint. Bam. All right. All right, so we're gonna go through the prayers and then let y'all get up out of here. Shout out to everybody who stayed and everybody who tuned in, liked, subscribed. It's our job, man. We gotta take care of one another. You understand? And in order to do that, we all have to do what? Be evenly yoked, meaning having the understanding of who we are. Don't try to go and yoke yourself with somebody who wants to still smoke. You understand? You've done it before. And when you were doing it, you weren't trying to hear the truth. But just make sure that it's ready and available through you. All right. So this is the Lord's Prayer. I'm reading in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim Kodash, Hayah Shemka Yahweh, Malakwaka, Tabaa, Ratazayaka Hasha, Hayah Asha, Ba Ratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathunlanawa, Lathunlanawa, Salakia, Lakam, Call Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawafinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Bonasai one, Abal, Hawashina, Maya, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, La'ai Walamium, Amun. All right, in English, what I said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. It's the prayer for the power, the Akak. Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, Babakashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larapah, Kal Makala, Wakal Matawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazariah, Hakak, Lahakwim, Hamathian, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarsha, by Shem Yahushua, the Waterman. In English, what I just said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. That unclean spirit is what we were just talking about, man. Bless Israel. Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wayabayath, Saparia, Barak, by Shem Yahushua, Thuadaman. What I just said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. All right. With that, we'll give one courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Amajim, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemi Ashah Barakatham. Turn to the sisters, all right? Men of Israel, Amajim, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Athaba Shem Yahushai. All right, and with that, hey, Shalom, Israel.